Hi guys, I hope you're all having a wonderful week. I thought I would share with you something that has been happening to my skin, I think as the unintended consequence of using my Luna Mini. So I'm not too sure how many of you use this, but I bought this one right before Christmas. I had been eyeballing it and I'd been really wanting to have a different system for washing my face, and they're pricey. So I bought this one. This is the Mini. It has 2 pulsation speeds and it also has 3 zones where these little rubber bristly things can work on your skin. So anyways, I started using this a little bit before Christmas, and the way I typically do my skin, I don't spend a whole lot of money on soaps and things of that nature, because I figure it's not going to stay on my skin very long. It's going to wash it off. I'm going to wash it right off. But typically, my favorites are the Cerave Hydrating Cleanser. I've talked about this in the past. That is one of my favorites. And my other favorite is the Say Yes to Coconut. And I use the Hydrating Cream Cleanser and the Hydrating Melting Cleanser. So I use both of these. These are my favorites. But as you can see, I use a lot of products. I buy a lot of them in TJ Maxx or Marshalls. I don't spend a lot of money on face washing products, but I do try a lot of different products. I spend more money on my glycolic acid products and my peeling gels, which I really like, my Gommage peeling gels. But other than that, washing my face, sometimes it's just purely coconut. I just take some of this out in a little container and I just smear it all over the place and then I wash. I do a 3-step. I do take my makeup off. I used to use micellar water. But then when I heard all about that cancer-causing ingredient, and I can't even remember the name of it, it begins with a P, I got a little nervous. And I know that micellar water has been pulled off the shelves in Europe, overseas, but still on the shelves in the States. And I haven't heard very much about it in the States, but it makes me nervous. So I chose not to use the micellar water anymore. I will link the name of that cancer-causing ingredient, or supposedly ingredient, in the description box. So typically I do use a 3-phase washing system, and then my last phase is I use my Mini. And as you can see here, I spend a lot of time going around my face. I concentrate on my areas of my jowls, and I tend to be drier down below, drier in my chin than I am, in my T-zone. And my skin is more on the drier side and prone to blackheads. I don't have a whole lot of acne. I do have breakouts, but prone to blackheads. So, I spend a lot of time in the areas, especially where I have my blackheads, using this. So one of the things that I noticed using this over the course of time, and it's interesting because a lot of people were talking about the Clarisonic, the new, the Lift, all the sonic type of machines that kind of like lift your face the more you use them, pulsating your muscles, etc. So I was watching a video on that and I said to myself, wow, I said, when I think my little Mini does almost the same thing the way I use it. And the very next day in a comment, one of my subscribers, and I wish I could remember who it was, I'm so sorry, but if you're watching this, please jump in, had said that she uses her Mini and her Mini does the same thing. She has noticed that her Mini has helped tighten her jowls, in her chin area. And I said, it's kind of funny, just the other night I was saying the same thing after watching a video, and I do think that's an unintended consequence for me of using this the way I use it. Now, I know you're supposed to just go in circular motions all over your face, and I do that, but I tend to let this sonic pulsations, I love the way it feels, so I tend to just let it go up and down. And I think, and granted, I'm using Retin-A, I'm using a whole bunch of different, face serums and stuff like that, and I have been, but when I look at videos of me a year ago, or videos of me even last fall, I see a difference in my jowly area. Now, a lot of you know I'm on a ketogenic diet, and I am doing intermittent fasting. I have lost 10 pounds since the end of December, but most of my earlier videos, I'm at the same weight I am now. other than I gained weight over that, December month period, from Thanksgiving to after the holidays, because of all the holiday parties I went to, I gained 10 pounds. So I've taken that off. So I'm back at that pre-weight. And I think there's a big difference in my jowls. I really do. I don't think it's in my imagination. But anyways, I'm doing a collab video. It's going to be published on Tuesday morning at 5:30. And it's on the ketogenic diet. And I'm actually collabing with another lady. I'm going to link her channel below, Mata Laura Zayas. And she does keto, but she's lost over 90 pounds. It's like amazing. But she does keto very differently. She does what I call a medical grade keto, meaning that she went to the doctors. She did all the right things. She did a clinic, and she's a very, very medical grade keto, where I went to my doctor for my yearly checkup. We talked about it. She was all in favor of a low-carb lifestyle. And I'm going back in May for my other checkup. But so I go every year. I have my blood work. My blood work's fine. I don't have high cholesterol. I have very good blood pressure, etc. So I do get checkups. But did I run to my doctor before I started keto? No, I did my own research. And so I'm sort of a poor man's keto, I think, because I'm always on a budget. And keto can be expensive because it's a lot of, good meats, etc. So my poor man or poor woman's keto is a little different than her diet. I am very much a modified ketogenic person, modified low carb. I do try to eat by my macros, but I don't always stick to that. So it's very interesting, the different perspectives from the medical grade that she does, which is fabulous. Over 90 pounds. I'm like, holy cow. I'm at 60. But that's nothing to sneeze at either. I think that's pretty cool. So that's Tuesday morning. So I hope you guys all check in on that. And and if you're using one of these, or even an off-brand, I've seen some really interesting off-brands of the Sonic type pulsation cleansers or contraptions or thingies. And I think they're very reasonable. I've seen them in TJ Maxx, etc. And I'm wondering if anyone else is noticing the same thing, even though that's not the design of this. Certainly to tighten your skin. At least I've never heard them promote that. But I think that's an unintended consequence for me. So I'm not too sure if this is going up on Friday night or Saturday, but tonight, Friday night, I'm going to have my hairdresser's appointment. So my hair will be a little chopped. And then Sunday, we're having our Easter celebrations. I'm catching a cold. I'm sniffling. We're having our Easter celebrations, and I'm going to have my family. It's going to be mini because it's just going to be my son and my mom and dad over, and I'm doing a roast. So it'll be interesting, a very ketogenic type Easter dinner. No bread. The only potatoes, I'm going to cook a little batch of little tiny little round potatoes for my mom and dad and my son. I'm not going to touch them. And Jay probably will eat them. He likes them when I make them. But it's going to be a family day. Maybe I'll vlog a little bit of it. We'll see. But Tuesday morning, the collab video with Mata, tune in. It's really fascinating, her diet results. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend. And however you celebrate this weekend, enjoy it, embrace your family, love your family, and treasure all those people around you every single moment of every day, even if it's a holiday or not. Bye, guys. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.